Opinions are like assholes, so here's ours. Stay tuned. Alright, so last week we posted a video and I've gotten a lot of shit on it because we say this record sucks. And yeah, okay, that was clickbait and whatever. Thank you guys for being... Some people were cool about it, some guys were total,
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thanks for the support. That was actually the fastest growing video that I ever had, so yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, we've listened to this album several times.
Over the past week, I've listened to it about maybe 40 times. It has been the only thing I've been listening to.
Only thing? You were listening to Blink-182 earlier.
Well, yeah, but that was today. All last week, it was just this album.
Also, he just got dumped, so this was his breakup album. His very first breakout album, so let's give him a round of applause. Golf clap.
It helped.
So anyway, this album, wow. Before it even came out, when it was said that Mark Ronson,
yeah.
Mark Ronson produced it, people were bagging on it, saying this is going to be like poppy, this is going to be... just because a producer has worked with people who have sold out or sell a shit ton of records, so any band's going to want to sell out. I'd want to sell out if I was a band. I'd want my concerts to sell out. I'd want my records to sell out. I would want them all to sell out. So you know what? I've got to applaud Josh, because if his idea of getting Queens of the Stone Age boosted up and more people to listen to it, then hey, oh my gosh, we just had a power outage. Wow, that was intense. So anyway, I applaud Josh for, getting a producer on board. That is great. That is fantastic. A lot of people were saying how they wish this album was Songs for the Deaf Part 2. There's never gonna be a sequel to Songs for the Deaf. I'm sorry. The chemistry with the band that he had at that time is completely different than the chemistry that he has with this band now. I'm sorry. Number one, Alan Johannes hasn't played with Josh since, I think, Them Crooked Vultures. And, of course, Natasha Snyder passed away quite a few years ago. Those two were huge for Songs of the Deaf. Same thing with Chris Goss. Chris Goss produced Songs for the Deaf. He was all over it. Dave Catchings was on it.
Mark Lanigan,
Dave Grohl, and Nick Oliveri. He doesn't play with Nick Oliveri anymore.
Only in Like Clockwork.
Yeah, Like Clockwork, he did one song with him.
Yeah.
One song. I mean, Joshua Tree is still his home, but he's branched out of that, I believe. It would be great if he got back together with Alan Johannes, just because I'm a huge Alan fan. He's a dynamite guitarist, a great producer. He's produced some really awesome albums. But we're never going to get a Songs for the Deaf Part 2. So I don't even look for that in a Queens of the Stone Age album. I mean, since Songs for the Deaf, we've had how many albums come out already? We've had Lullabies to Paralyze, Era Vulgaris, and Like Clockwork. And now we've got Villains. And he keeps up with tradition of changing,
Change is good.
Lullabies to Paralyze wasn't Songs for the Deaf, but it was a good album. Era Vulgaris wasn't Songs for the Deaf, but it was that's one of my favorite albums, Era Vulgaris. It's hard, heavy, ear-splitting. It's just got some...
Sounds dirty and
It's dirty, and that's what I love about it. Like Clockwork, you can tell he was going through some emotional struggles. And on Villains, you can tell that he's...
back.
He's enjoying life. He's living life to the fullest. He's wrote some songs on here for his kids, for his daughter. He wrote Fortress, which is a great... I mean, I'm sorry, for a lead singer to actually write a song for his daughter and showcase it on his album, which he knows is going to be picked up by lots of fans. I think that is absolutely awesome. So yeah, I'd say, scale of 1 to 10, this is a high 8 for me. It's a really good album. I love the synth. Dean Fertitta does a great job with the synth. You can hear the crunchiness of Troy playing guitar and Josh playing guitar, plus the bass and the backup vocals from Mikey, and of course the drumming from John Theodore. Yeah, it would have been nice to hear him go more crazy, but you can tell he's on tempo, he's on beat, he's nailing everything down, and that is awesome.
I'd give it like a solid 9. I really enjoyed this album. It was like the one thing I've been waiting for since like the beginning of the summer. Ever I heard, like from the first time I heard Villains of Circumstance, I was hoping that that song would be on this album, and it was. And like it sounds way better than it did live. Like everything is so great. The bass is so heavy in some of the songs. Like every song is so unique. And like if I'm listening to it on my phone, there are some Queens of the Stone Age songs that I'll just skip over because I've heard it way too much, or it's just like not one of their best. Like, but like with this album, I haven't skipped over a single song yet, and like I don't think I will, because each one is so like unique, and they all have like their own like tunes and twists to it. And it's just the change is good. I really enjoyed the change.
Well, okay. So Feet Don't Fail Me Now is the first song, and we might as well just showcase Boneface's artwork. Feet Don't Fail Me Now. This is probably my favorite song on the album. This one's great. Crap, what else was I gonna say about it? It's a good song. It's a good opener. It's got a minute 30 intro that just is. It goes from so quiet to just bashing. It's a really good song. What are your thoughts on it?
This was probably the 5th song I heard on the album because I was listening to it on Spotify. And I like the first time I heard it, and I heard Josh say like I was born in the desert May in '73, or yeah, that like it brought it in so hard, and it was just like so good, and it felt like a good like intro, like it was like nice, it was moving, like it had a good tempo, and I enjoyed it. It was really good.
So then after that song, is The Way You Used to Do. I'm just looking for the artwork that did not get put away in the correct
order. Right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Dirt. The Way You Used to Do. This was their first single that they released, the first music video, the music video in which Josh tore his meniscus, but he did not baby out. He just went, kept on going, danced through the whole video. So those of you who have seen that video know that. Or know now that that's why he canceled the concert up in San Francisco. Anyway, The Way You Used to Do is a great single. I think it's one of a strong songs.
It's nice and like swinging, and like I really liked the drum rolls Theodore did, and like a lot of people had a problem with like the clapping, but like it was the tempo. It was like
there's clapping in like them Crooked Vulture songs. There's clapping in Iggy Pop songs. There's clapping on other Queens of the Stone Age songs. So get over it.
I feel like it was a stronger single than My God Is the Sun.
Yeah, My God Is the Sun was a great song, but I feel that too. I also like the ending of it. It goes right into domesticated animals really well. Like, I love the way it sort of transitions. That's the artwork for domesticated animals. Today is the day.
I really enjoyed Domesticated Animals. It's hard to describe. Like, it is a good, 5-minute and 30-second song, and everything sounds different. And I think it has probably the best guitar solo on the album, and it's just great. The bridge, it's lost for words.
I would say one thing I like about this album a lot is the fact that the songs have no formula. They go from one thing to another, and there's really no telling where they're going to go. I mean, there's sort of like a surprise everywhere you turn, I feel. Next song out of there is Fortress, which is a song that he wrote for his daughter, I believe.
I really like this song. It has a deep, impactful meaning where he believes in someone that they'll do good, and he doesn't want them to be as hurt as he was. And it's really nice and sweet, and I recommend giving this a listen if you're going through some tough times, because every fortress caves.
And it's cool because you can tell that, he tells his daughter basically through song that if there's something that brings you down, come to me and I'll bring you back up. My fortress will stand. If yours falls, I'm right here for you, which is awesome. Next album is Head Like a Haunted House.
Next album?
Or next song, next track, next artwork.
This is probably my second favorite song of the entire album. Oh man, it's so fast paced. It sounds like Eagles of Death Metal. It's great.
I almost feel like Jesse from Eagles could have been on this one.
Yeah, it's so good. This is if you're new to Queens of the Stone Age and you want to give them a listen, don't go to Songs for the Deaf. Yeah, like, do that as soon as, like, you start listening to them. But listen to this song first, please. That is...
I beg to differ. I like Unreborn Again. Like, we listened to this on the way over here, actually, because we're at my parents' pad for barbecue, because it's the holiday weekend. Woohoo! Anyway, Unreborn Again. The synth is freaking amazing. Right in the beginning, Dean Fertitta like goes crazy on the synth, and he keeps that up, and it's got so many changes. In the middle of a song, there's a music break where there's violin playing, and it throws you for a huge loop. All of a sudden, like it's a really like, you know, not a hard song, not a heavy song.
It has the same, like, I wouldn't use the word repetitive tone, but it's like...
Dancey, not dancey per se, rockin'. It's a rockin' song. But then in the middle, like with that break, with the cello and the violin and everything, totally throws it for a loop, and then it goes back into the heavy synth again. And the synth is awesome. I didn't think that I'd like synth so much, but I kind of think it has a good tone. And with Josh's voice, Troy and Josh playing guitar, Mikey's bass, and John on drums, like everything complements itself so well. And I think that this is a good representative of that.
I enjoyed the synthesizers too as well. It gave it like a spooky like tone. I can't get enough of this album in general, just like because of that. It adds like new depth and persona to the album. Makes it not completely different from all of their past things or albums, but it makes it sound pretty different, and it's great.
Next up is Hideaway. It's another good song.
My favorite song of the album.
Alright, then talk about it.
Second favorite?
No, that was Head Like a Haunted House was my second favorite. Hideaway is great. The lyrics and like it's so like it sounds so different and spooky, and it's oh man, I smiled just.
Are you just saying that because it says "Who needs love" or "You feel love"?
No, not saying that. It's nice.
Anything else you have to say about it, dude? Come on.
Lost for words, but
Scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this song?
Oh, a 10. Probably one of the best Queens of Stone Age songs ever. I like it. It sounds different, but not to the point where it's like this isn't Queens of the Stone Age. No, it's really good.
Next we have The Evil Has Landed, their second single. I love the artwork. Gotta love the devil puppet. This song took me a while to warm up to. When I first heard it, I'm like, I don't know. But the last 2 minutes blew me away. The last 2 minutes were like a culmination of Queens of the Stone Age's entire career. You could hear part of Rated R on it. You could hear, I mean, to me, the last 2 minutes of this song blew me away, and that's what got me to listen to it more and more and more. And it eventually grew on me, and it's definitely on my top 9 list of songs on this album. There's only 9 songs.
Of course, it'd be in the top 9. I personally think this song, like, it was a really good single, and I feel like it sounded a lot like Them Crooked Vultures, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the guitar. I can't. Yeah, I'm lost.
Okay, so that being said...
I was going to say something, but I forgot.
Oh, okay. He'll remember it later.
Yeah.
When we're not rolling. Next is Villains of Circumstance, which is a song that he came out shortly after like Clockwork. He played it live. This artwork is really cool. And of course everybody loves the song. I remember people saying, you know, are they going to release a single? Or that should have been on the album too, but it's on this album, so... There you go.
This is a great song.
It is a good song.
It ends the song, or it ends the album pretty well. It's nice.
It's a good bookend. It's a good.
And as soon as like you hear like Josh's voice like slip into the guitars and have it like all dissipate in with all the guitar solos, it's great. And I remember what I was gonna say about The Evil Has Landed. That this probably should have been the first song on the album. Just say because like he's.
That's true. That's true. The Evil Has Landed.
That is
you come out with an album called Villains, and The Evil Has Landed is not the first song.
And it's the 8th song from, like, in the album. That's my only complaint. Because, like, okay, it ends off with him repeating, "Here we come, get out of the way." And then, like, it's the last song.
Or second to the last song.
Or second to the last song, yeah. And it's, like, that's my one and only complaint.
Anyway, that is our review of Queens of the Stone Age Villains. That pretty much covers it, right?
It doesn't suck.
it doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. So if you liked our our opinion, give us a thumbs up and comment down below.
Nicer comments, please.
No, it's fine. I really don't give a rat's.
I care. You called 2 kids and a dad mean names.
I don't care. Anyways,
whatever.
So like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and we will catch you on the B-sides. And yeah, rock on. There's a giant thumb. Enjoy.
Nice.